7 signs that indicate your life expectancy after 70, scientifically proven. Old age. As we age, we often wonder just how much time we have left, especially after crossing the 70-year threshold. It's a universal concern, but the reality is, your body is already giving you subtle signals about your lifespan. As someone who's passionate about health and longevity, I want to dive deep into these signs and explain how we can use them to our advantage. By the end of this video, you will have actionable insights into how you can not only add years to your life but also ensure those years are vibrant and full of energy. But first, let's dive into the science behind these signs and explore how they can make a difference. Sign 1, walking speed, a simple indicator of lifespan. Let's kick things off with something that might surprise you. Your walking speed. Yes, it's that simple. The speed at which you walk can tell you a lot about how long you might live. As we age, our bodies change, and some changes are more obvious than others. But here's the thing, when your pace starts to slow down significantly, it's not just a sign of getting older, it could be a red flag about your health. I've personally noticed this with older family members. My grandmother, in her 80s, still takes her daily walks briskly. Every time I see her, I'm amazed at how energetic and steady she is. Compare that to another elderly relative, Uncle Joe, who's only a few years older but struggles with walking. Over time, Uncle Joe has slowed down, and it's had an impact on his overall health, muscle mass, balance, even his energy levels. Studies show that people who walk briskly in their 70s tend to live longer, healthier lives. It's not just about cardiovascular health, though that's a big part of it. Walking speed is a good measure of your muscle strength, mobility, and overall vitality. I've learned that if you're noticing yourself slowing down, it's important not to ignore it. Even small changes like adding regular walks, stretching, or light resistance training can help you build strength and boost your walking speed. Sign 2, grip strength, a surprisingly strong predictor of health. Next up, grip strength. I know it might sound like something we don't think about too often, but trust me, it's a huge deal. A firm handshake isn't just a nice gesture, it's a sign of vitality. Researchers have found that grip strength is one of the clearest indicators of overall muscle health, nervous system function, and even heart health. Think about it, when you struggle to open a jar or lift a bag, it's more than just inconvenience. It's an indication that you might be losing muscle mass and strength, which is common as we get older. A weak grip isn't just a sign of aging, it could be a precursor to more serious health problems like frailty, falls, or even higher risk of death. I'll never forget when I realized how much grip strength mattered. My grandfather, who used to be a strong, independent man, started losing his grip around his late 70s. He could no longer open a bottle of water or carry heavy groceries without feeling fatigued. At first, he shrugged it off, but as his grip weakened, so did other aspects of his health. Muscle strength affects everything, your ability to perform daily tasks, stay independent, and even your ability to fight off illness. So, here's the tip, test your grip strength. Try squeezing a tennis ball, using hand grippers, or lifting light weights. Regularly challenging your hands and wrists will help maintain strength and resilience. If you feel your grip weakening, don't wait too long to address it. Sign 3, balance, more important than you think. Now let's talk about balance. Balance is one of those things that's easy to take for granted until it's gone. Being able to stand on one leg for at least 10 seconds can be a major indicator of how long you might live. It's not just about preventing falls, although that's huge, it's about your overall health, muscle function, and even your brain health. I've seen the difference this can make firsthand. A close friend of mine, Carol, has always been active, walking, doing yoga, and staying balanced. Even in her 70s, she can still balance on one foot for 30 seconds without breaking a sweat. Compare that to another friend, Nancy, who started losing her balance in her early 70s. She often trips, and it's become more difficult for her to maintain stability, even on flat surfaces. Her decline in balance isn't just a nuisance, it's a sign that her coordination, muscle strength, and nervous system aren't functioning as well as they used to. It's a tough realization for many, But the good news is, balance can be improved. Try simple exercises like standing on one foot, walking heel to toe, or even practicing Tai Chi. These exercises help you regain stability and avoid the dangerous falls that are all too common in older adults. Don't ignore the signs. Take steps now to work on your balance. Sign 4, sleep patterns, the key to longevity. I can't emphasize enough how important sleep is for your longevity. In my experience, I've realized that sleep isn't just about feeling rested, it's when your body does the crucial work of repairing itself. As we age, sleep becomes even more important for maintaining brain function, immune health, and muscle recovery. I think back to my own late-night habits, especially in my 60s. I was guilty of staying up late scrolling through my phone, and it took a serious toll on my health. Poor sleep led to stress, fatigue, and a lack of focus, and I noticed that my energy levels were way down during the day. It was only after I made sleep a priority, going to bed at a consistent time, turning off screens an hour before bed, and creating a calming nighttime routine, that I saw a huge improvement in my health. I know this firsthand from my father, who has been religious about his sleep schedule for years. He gets 7 hours of sleep each night and wakes up feeling refreshed. His health has remained steady, and his energy is consistent. In contrast, my cousin, who suffers from frequent insomnia, struggles to stay awake during the day, experiences mood swings, and has higher blood pressure. If you find yourself waking up in the middle of the night or feeling tired during the day, it's time to take a serious look at your sleep patterns. Sleep disorders like sleep apnea, or even simple stress, can affect the quality of your rest and your health. Make sleep a priority. Your body and mind will thank you. Sign 5, appetite and eating habits, the fuel for longevity. Now, let's talk about something that's a little closer to home for many of us, our appetite and eating habits. As we age, our eating patterns can change significantly. For some, the appetite starts to wane, and suddenly, meals don't seem as appealing anymore. It's easy to dismiss these changes as just part of aging, but in reality, changes in appetite and diet are some of the most telling signs of how healthy you are, and how long you might live. I've seen this firsthand with both my parents. My mother has always been an avid cook, and she still enjoys her meals, packing them with healthy, whole foods. She's a picture of energy and vitality at 75. But my neighbor, who's about the same age, has stopped enjoying food as much. She started skipping meals, and when she does eat, it's usually processed food or something quick and easy. Over the past few months, I've noticed her energy levels dip, and she's even lost some weight without trying. A loss of appetite, especially as we get older, can be an early sign of underlying health problems. For example, it might point to digestive issues, nutrient deficiencies, or even cognitive decline. When you stop eating properly, your body can't repair itself as well. You lose muscle mass, your immune system weakens, and your metabolism slows down. Here's the takeaway: pay attention to your eating habits. If you're finding yourself losing interest in food, it's time to reassess your diet. Focus on nutrient-dense foods, plenty of fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and lean proteins. Keep yourself hydrated and make sure you're eating regularly. If you're struggling with a loss of appetite, don't ignore it. Your body is telling you something, and you need to listen. Sign 6, stress management, handling stress the right way. Now, let's talk about stress. We all face it, whether it's from work, family, finances, or just the everyday challenges of life. But how you handle stress can make a significant difference in how long you live, especially after 70. Chronic stress doesn't just wear you down emotionally, it has serious physical effects too. Stress can increase your risk of heart disease, weaken your immune system, and even accelerate the aging process. I've personally experienced the toll that stress can take. A few years ago, I was under immense pressure at work, and I noticed the physical effects of it. I was constantly tired, felt anxious, and my sleep was suffering. It wasn't until I started focusing on stress management techniques, like deep breathing, taking regular breaks, and practicing mindfulness, that I started feeling better. It's not a quick fix, but managing stress has made a huge difference in my overall health. Think about my friend John, who's in his late 70s. He's one of the most calm, collected people I know. He's faced health challenges, family issues, and the usual life stressors, but he's always managed to stay grounded. He practices deep breathing exercises, engages in regular light exercise, and is deeply involved in his community. All of these things help him manage stress and, as a result, he stays healthier and more active than others his age. If you're constantly feeling overwhelmed or anxious, it's time to find ways to manage that stress. There are so many techniques that can help: meditation, exercise, breathing exercises, or simply finding time for activities that bring you joy and relaxation. The goal isn't to eliminate stress completely, because that's unrealistic, but to develop strategies to manage it more effectively. The less stress you carry, the healthier you'll be in the long run. Sign 7, Social Connections, the power of relationships. Finally, let's dive into one of the most important factors in longevity: social connections. We often underestimate how much our relationships affect our health, but the truth is, having a strong social support network is directly linked to a longer, healthier life. People with strong social ties, whether it's family, friends, or community groups, tend to live longer and experience fewer health issues than those who are isolated or lonely. I've seen this in action with my grandmother, who has always been extremely social. She's constantly chatting with her friends, attending family gatherings, and involved in her local church. Her social life is active, and it's clearly had a positive effect on her health and well-being. In contrast, my great-aunt, who spends a lot of time alone, has become more withdrawn over the years. She rarely reaches out to family or friends, and it's had a noticeable impact on her mood and physical health. Studies have shown that loneliness and social isolation are linked to a higher risk of heart disease, depression, and even early death. When you engage with others, whether it's through social events, family time, or community involvement, your brain stays active, your stress levels decrease, and your overall health improves. It's a fact. The more you connect with others, the better your chances of living a long and healthy life. If you've been withdrawing from social activities or finding it harder to stay in touch with friends and family, it's time to make a change. You don't need to be surrounded by people all the time, but making a conscious effort to engage with others can make a huge difference. Whether it's joining a club, reaching out to an old friend, or spending more time with family, staying socially active is one of the easiest ways to improve your health and longevity. So, there you have it, 7 key signs that can predict your longevity after 70. While these factors can't give you a precise number of years, they offer powerful insights into how you can improve your health and increase your chances of living longer and feeling better. The good news is that most of these signs are within your control. By paying attention to your walking speed, grip strength, balance, sleep patterns, appetite, stress levels, and social connections, you can take proactive steps to live a healthier, more fulfilling life as you age. As I've shared through my own experiences and observations, longevity isn't just about living longer, it's about living better. So, take action today. Whether it's improving your sleep, managing stress, staying socially connected, or paying more attention to your diet, small changes can lead to big results. The future is yours to shape, and with the right mindset and habits, you can make the most of the years ahead. As we wrap up today's video, I want to take a moment to remind you that your journey toward healthier, longer life doesn't have to be overwhelming. By paying attention to these 7 key signs, you can start making small but powerful changes that will have a lasting impact on your health and well-being. Remember, it's never too late to take charge of your life and make improvements that can increase your longevity. If you found today's video helpful, I'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment below and share which sign stood out to you the most or which one you'll be focusing on in your own life. Don't forget to hit the like button if you're enjoying the content, and if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to Old Age Health. We have so much more to share with you, and we want to make sure you don't miss any of our future videos filled with tips and advice to help you live your healthiest, happiest life after 70. Thank you so much for watching. Your support means the world to us. If you have any questions or thoughts, feel free to reach out in the comments. Until next time, stay strong, stay healthy, and keep living your best life.